The Academy Awards is a popularity contest, also mostly best known as the Scammys, so let's give these artists a real chance at being the best dressed down to the Grammys. Let's discuss. Testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the young prince by the name of Beasley. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Beasley here. I hope you all are staying cool, calm, and collected out there. So if you guys are new to my channel, welcome to Beasley Says, where we talk about beauty, fashion, LGBT with a dash of T. Follow me, Beasley. I make you laugh for free. So today we are dissecting the 2024 Scammy Awards, you guys. Most notably, we are dissecting the red carpet fashions. You know, I sometimes talk about a little bit of tea at the end, so stay tuned all the way to the end. But yeah, so if you guys are new to the fashion leg of my channel, I dissect and I kind of separate all of these looks into 3 categories, which are hot, and misses. Hot is hot, is questionable, and miss is an absolute miss, not a diss, but an absolute fashion miss. And if you guys already know me, you know I'm the prince of the EEOC, which means I'm an equal opportunity roaster. So what we're going to do is equally dissect these fashion looks of the winners, the losers, and the Ozempic abusers. So let's get into it, shall we? So we're going to start off with the miss category. My first miss is Beyonce. She's not giving a buffoon, but she's giving a rich Texas oil tycoon. Miss, I travel every country around the world, but you ain't never gonna take the country out this girl. She is wearing a Louis Vuitton outfit. I think this is actually a part of like the Pharrell collab. And I don't know which look she wore throughout the night, but I think I mainly saw her in the pants version. Like, y'all, it's given, you know, you're not really here to see me, so I'm gonna dress baggy and stay low key. And y'all, I cannot stand this platinum hair on her. Like, I just do not like it. It just completely washes her out. And there was a lot of controversy about her trying to look like a white woman. The hair just makes her look lighter than what she is, and I just don't like it. It's not a flattering blonde. I appreciate her trying to switch it up. You know, she's always gonna be beautiful and gorgeous, but Beyonce, it's a miss. My next miss goes to Loni Love. Her stylist showed her no love wearing this little... Y'all, you know, I'm all for sequins, but for one, yeah, you're a big girl, but just because you're big does not mean you need to be all the way covered up head to toe like a handmade tail. And she even has on some handmade tail colored boots that match the carpet. It's an absolute miss. My next miss is Kat Graham wearing Steven Rowland. Y'all, what the hell is this? Everything about this is just all wrong. All wrong. Like, is that mesh in the, like, where her, like, stomach area is? Right in this little, like, in the solar plexus area? Like, what is this? Like, Kat Graham, I haven't seen you in a very long time, girl. I don't know where you've been, but you need to go back to where you were. My next miss goes to Miss Candy Bare Ass, aka Miss Angry Bird. She is wearing a sequin ensemble from, child, I don't know who this is from, basically, but it's given Escape. As in, it should have never escaped the closet. Also, she announced on that red carpet that she's leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm just like, thank God. Thank God. Like, girl, you have been holding the plot back for years. Just holding it back. Not really giving anything, but just giving your businesses. I love Candy and look up to her, but girl, it was time. It was time for you to go. And low-key, y'all, I'm still not going to watch the show. My next misses go to 2 down-low lesbians by the name of Oprah and Gail. They are both wearing sequin ensembles looking like ebony and ivory straight from hell. My next miss goes to Fantasia. She is wearing Kong Trio Official. And y'all, I think what really killed this look was this little lip thing right here. This thing right here. Like, otherwise, like, I love her makeup. Honestly, I don't like the bottom of the dress either, but I just feel like this little lippy thing right here just killed it. Just killed the entire look. My next miss goes to Miss Chloe Bailey in her lace front. She is wearing Gaurav Gupta Official. And y'all, I just hate it. First of all, you can clearly tell she is just like sucking it in. Just sucking it in for dear life. Like, I don't know why Chloe Bailey just can't get it right. Like, y'all, like I've said so many times on this channel, like I really want to go up for this girl, but I just fucking can't. My next miss goes to Summer Walker. She is wearing a dress and a big ass hat that I can't even pronounce the name of the designer, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna embarrass myself in front of y'all. But she is actually styled by EJ King, who's like a very very prominent stylist right now. Very, very good styling, but this was a miss for me. Like, it's just too much. Like, I get where they were trying to go with this, like, and if you really like look at it like quickly, you can be like, oh, she looks like an angel, but yeah, it's a miss, and it looks very, very hot. My next miss is the sexy yet zesty Lenny Kravitz, aka Zoe Kravitz. She, he, we is wearing a ensemble from basically the Harley Davidson Fire Island collection. Lenny, come on down. You just come on down. Come to the pulpit, baby. Just come on out the closet. My next miss is Lizzo wearing a custom dress from Louis de Javier. You know, I gotta say, you know, she's always like scantily clad. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't actually fully hate this look. I feel like the cuffs kind of ruined it, the accessories. I don't like the accessories at all. But for like a sexy big girl dress, is it a what do y'all think? My next miss, to my surprise, is Heidi Klum. She is wearing a very, very ill-fit, ill-cut type of dress from the brand of Valdrin Sahidi. Y'all, it just looks weird, and it makes her look wider than what she is. Like, she has a banging ass body, still looks great for her age, but this dress is a big miss. My next miss is Doja Cat. She is wearing a bare ass dress from this brand that I can't really pronounce. Yo, when did she get this tatted? Like, I'm really hoping that this was just like all like painted on for like the effects, and she was wearing a sheer dress. And you know, I don't like it, but I can see other people liking it because it's edgy and it really like pushes the envelope. Like, she took a risk, so I can give her that. And homegirl is weird, so I can give her why she wore this dress. Like, I can get with it, but at the same time, it's just not my cup of tea. So we get into the category. My first is Miss Coco Jones. She is wearing a Cinderella sexy dress from the brand Celia Crito. Y'all, I cannot pronounce a lot of these designers' names. Shame on me. Anyways, like, she looks good, and congratulations to her for winning a Grammy. Like, homegirl really came up and really just did the damn thing. Like, she started at Disney, and she was overlooked for many years, got on Fresh Prince, and now her music career is popping. To be honest with y'all, I can't really even name a Coco Jones song, but kudos to her. But I'm just not the biggest fan of this dress, especially because the night before she wore something that looked 10 times better. Like, she should have switched outfits. What she wore last night, she should have wore on the red carpet. My next is Miss Paris Hilton, one of my problematic faves. She is wearing a sheer dress from the brand Rima Acra. You know, I gotta say, I like the silhouette and I like the cut, and it's sheer without being raunchy. This dress probably looked better in person than it did like in photographs. So in my opinion, I'm very like 50-50 on it. What do you guys think? My next is Miss Sophia Ricci, aka Miss Catch the Wall Ho, because she looks like the wall, the Grammy wall on the red carpet. Like, y'all, it's just a very basic black dress from Yves Saint Laurent. Like, girl, you literally could have wore some damn curtains to the red carpet and it would have looked the exact same. Like, but her face looks good. You know, that face card doesn't decline, but it's very low-key a miss. My next is Miss Mariah Carey wearing a custom sequin dress from the brand Laura Baskey. Now, I put her in the category because despite her looking absolutely gorgeous and golden, it's just very like basic for her. Like, this is just what she always wears. Like, she always reverts to the same dress, the same slit, and it's either like a satin or a sequin pattern type of fabric. Like, it's just boring. It's just My next is Miss Halle Bailey, even though she told us to stay out of her her business. She came out showing all her business. She is wearing a sheer dress from the brand Gucci. And baby, I gotta say the dress is dressing. She looks absolutely stunning and amazing. But baby, her and her sister are wigging today. Just wigging. Got all those dreads tied up underneath. And it just looks very, very fat. My next is Ice Spice, aka Miss Fart. She is wearing a custom baby fat ensemble. Now, I put her in the category because you guys, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like this. I kind of like this. It's very nostalgic. It's very throwback, very 2000s video vixen. The denim skirt is like, y'all, I like this. I'm not gonna lie. Like half of me like this. Half of me is kind of just like, girl, this is tacky. But y'all, low key, it looks good. I can't lie to y'all. My next is Miss Coyle Ray wearing a Saint Laurent onesie. She's wearing a Saint Laurent onesie suit with a green boa. I put her in the category because she took a risk, like a risk. And like when I look at it, sometimes I'm just like, girl, what were you thinking? But other times I'm just kind of just like, okay, I can kind of get with this. And with her body type, she can pull off almost anything. You know, she's one of the sample girls, sample size. But yeah, it's let me know how y'all feel about it. And next is Miss Dua Lipa wearing a custom Corregus cardigan dress. Y'all, I like the plunging neckline on her and I like her hair color, but I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, I kind of hate it, but at the same time she looks so good, like she can get away with it, but My next is Miley Cyrus. She is wearing a custom jumpsuit dress, fishnet ensemble from Mason Margiela. Now you guys, you know, she, like I said, she's one of the sample girls, the sample size. But I gotta say, the dress, low-key, it's a risk, like a risk. And she was looking good all night. I just don't really know how I feel about this one. The hair is like giving hairspray. I'm not a big fan of the hair, but you know, she only she can pull this off. So it's giving Sorry y'all, I had to take a break and go to my class. If I look a little tired and disheveled when I was sitting in that class, baby, it was boring as hell. Ooh, it was boring. It was so boring. Like, what am I doing with my life? But anyways, we're now in the hot category, and my first hot goes to Miss Christina Aguilera. She is wearing a beautiful powder blue dress from Fashion East. She looks gorgeous, just absolutely stunning. I love the way it drapes her body. But Christina looking Ozempic. My next hot, to my surprise, goes to Miss Taylor Swift. She is now the winner and owner of the Most Album of the Year Grammys. She has 14 under her belt, and you know, we're gonna get into that a little bit later, but she is wearing a beautiful gown from the brand Schiaparelli. I love the slit. I love how it creates the illusion of her having hips. I love the black gloves with the all white and the choker. Her hair never really does it for me, but it looks kind of like, it looks good for the whole entire like aesthetic. Like she's giving like old Hollywood glamour. Absolutely love it. Taylor, you look good for once. My next hot goes to Miley Cyrus. I think this is the first time I ever had like one person in two different categories, but she changed during the night and she is wearing a beautiful brown maroonish type of dress from the brand Gucci. I love it. She looks stunning, amazing, just 10s across the board. I love a good fur, a good like shawl. Love it. Absolutely stunning. My next hot goes to Madison Beer. She is wearing a beautiful dress from the brand Marmar Hamlin. Stunning, effortless, gorgeous, natural, and beautiful. Absolutely love it. My next hot goes to Olivia Rodrigo. She is wearing a beautiful Versace dress. Love it. Stunning. I like the red lip. She just looks very like gorgeous, Hollywood glamour. I think she makes like punk rock music. I haven't really listened to her music. She's very like popular with the Gen Z crowd, but girl is giving, and it's giving something good. My next hot is Miss Alessandra Ambrosio. She is wearing a beautiful dress from Avellano. Love it. It looks like just like liquid leather on her skin. Like only like a model like her could pull this off. Like the figure, the silhouette, the natural makeup, just I love it. She looks stunning. My next hot goes to Miss Tyler. Tyler is surely on fire. Even though she sings about water, she got a Grammy for her song Water. You know, that was a tough category because the African artists have been on fire. And I believe the award was for like best African artist or something like that. Like, drop down in the comments and let me know if I got the category wrong. But baby, she is in the hot category because this Versace dress is sitting so sickening and pretty on that body. Like, she looks absolutely stunning. I will say though, you know, I think it's amazing that she got her Grammy, especially during her first run, her first year at the Grammys. But how do y'all feel? Because the African artists that were in that category all deserved it. Every single last one of them. Like, Afrobeats have really been doing the damn thing in the music industry. Literally doing what rap can no longer do. My next hot goes to Neo. Neo is wearing a sickening, stunning, fire-ass suit from the brand Gaurav Gupta. Y'all, look at the detailing on this suit. Now, he actually wore this to the Clive Davis after party, but I had to include this because I literally have no men on this list. But I love when men step outside the box with suiting, and this just looks stunning. Like, honestly, this is the best Neo has ever looked. I love the black with the gold. I love everything about this look from head to toe. 10s across the board, Neo. And last but not least, my best look of the night goes to Miss Janelle Monáe wearing Amani Privé. Y'all, she looks sickening. Absolutely sickening. Now, a few months back, Janelle Monáe was on my shit list because she put her titty out, but her titties are sitting pretty in this dress. I love the deep cut. I love the silhouette. I love that she went back to black, but she's still sexy and just showing what she has to give, you guys. Absolutely love it, and I do love the fact that she does not cover herself up anymore. 10s all the way across the board, the best look of the night. So y'all, let's get into this Scammys tea. So if you guys don't know and didn't watch the show, they tweeted out, the Academy Awards tweeted out that Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice won Best Rap Song for that Barbie World song, which I absolutely do love that song, love the whole entire Barbie album. But they ended up deleting that tweet a few moments later. And it's like they were being petty. It's like, oh, they dangled an award over Nicki Minaj's head and they pulled it back. They're like, oh yeah, you won. No, you didn't. And y'all, I gotta say, I don't want to revel in anybody's pain and misery, but Miss Onika Petty, baby, they played that petty game against you because that Grammy award is the one bane of Nicki Minaj's existence. We all know she deserves a Grammy. She deserved a Grammy off of her first album, but you know, back in the day, she performed that trashy ass Roman Reloaded song, whatever it was. Y'all, I hated her album. I hated her second album. And she performed that weird Roman song and she dressed up as a Catholic nun or whatever. And it looked like just a big old exorcism, the performance. It was so bad that I don't think you can even find the performance anywhere. It was that bad. And I think that's the main reason why the Grammy Awards, the Academy Awards, blackballed Nicki Minaj. But y'all, this is just the cherry on top of her very unnecessary beef with Megan Thee Stallion. That whole entire issue, you can tell that the industry is not on her side. Nobody's on her side, especially with the fact that anytime she speaks out, no other artist ever comes out and has her back unless it's one of her minions, an Ice Spice or even a Sexy Red. But I will say, now, was it wrong of the Academy Awards to play with her like that? It was. But was it funny? It was. And really, Nicki girl, this is just your karma. This is just your karma. Like I said before, you're not going to get a Grammy. But you should focus on the fact that you have overly solidified yourself in this game. The problem is you. The problem is, you don't take Taylor Swift's advice and look in the mirror and say, it's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Like, Nicki, you're allergic to accountability, and you've let your fans and all these yes men literally lead you off a cliff. But I will say I'm glad that you're finally practicing. I'm glad you're finally practicing for this tour. Hopefully it's not a bore, just like most of your performances are. But overall, y'all, it's going to be very interesting to see how Nicki's tour is going to fare down here in Houston, Texas. But moving on along, I want to talk about Jay-Z getting on the stage and really putting the Grammys on blast that y'all haven't given my wife Album of the Year. She has the most Grammys out of like every artist in here, in the industry. I think at this point she has about like 39 Grammys, but yet none of them are Album of the Year. Basically calling out the Academy Awards at their awards, like, what's up with that? The math ain't mathin'. But I'm here to tell you, Jay-Z, and you, Beyonce, it's really sad to say because you deserved it so many times. And even in my opinion, for Renaissance, she deserved it. I don't know if she was nominated in that category. I didn't watch the show. But I had Renaissance on repeat almost every single day. Break My Soul really got me through a very deep depression that I went through last year. Like, Break My Soul really pulled me up out of my shit. But I will say, Jay-Z and Beyonce, when it comes to Beyonce getting Album of the Year, it's just never going to happen. It's just not going to happen because black. Or in your words, Jay-Z, still nigga. Yeah, when it comes down to Beyonce, a black woman in that category versus like a white woman or a white man, I think Beck went over her like years ago back in the day. They're always going to pick whites. Like, no matter what, no matter how many people Beyonce touches and reaches, she's still not white. No matter how many times she decides to bleach, they're always going to pick white. For years and years, they have continued to play in Beyonce's face. Absolutely 100%. But at the same time, you guys, when it comes to me as a grown-ass man and really like looking at everything that everybody has, I kind of don't really have much sympathy. I don't, because Jay-Z and Beyonce, you guys have really worked hard and grinded it out, and you've cultivated a life that many people could even dream to have. Like, you guys are billionaires, have multiple brands and businesses underneath your belt, multiple ventures, numerous streams of incomes, beautiful houses, beautiful yachts, a beautiful family, beautiful like friends that are always going to be there for you. You guys are rich and immensely abundant in so many ways, to a point where who gives a fuck if you didn't win Album of the Year? You already got a huge number of accolades. Like, Beyonce, I'm pretty sure in one of those mansions you have a huge museum room full of all of the awards and trophies you have cultivated throughout your life. Like, is it really going to fucking matter if you get Album of the Year? Like Nicki Minaj, you have overly solidified yourself. So at this point, girl, who gives a fuck? Like, why do you give a fuck? You've done what you needed to do. Stop giving a fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna make this correlation. It may not make sense, but it goes to like when I actually attempted to watch the Kardashians' new show. Kourtney and Kim were beefing out because basically Kourtney's like, how much more do you need? She told this to Kim because Kim always has to over-exceed, do this, that, and the third to get liked, to like, get pleased by the whole entire like audience in the world. Like, to get seen in the best light, to do this business, that business, this business, making all this money, all this bread, doing this, that, and the third, and still trying to be in the spotlight. And it's just like, how much fucking more do you need? Beyonce and Jay-Z, how much more do y'all need? Y'all are really, like, it's starting to give American greed. And lastly, I want to get into SZA not winning Album of the Year and Taylor Swift winning instead. Both girls stayed on the charts throughout 2023, but in my opinion, and not just because I'm black, but from what I saw, SZA's album made the biggest impact. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of SZA's album, but like everybody like praised it. And SZA is like the one person like really like literally upholding R&B. Her and now Victoria Monet, who also won a Grammy. I forgot to even mention her or even put her on the list. She looked amazing. She looked cute. But those two girls are like really upholding R&B right now, like on their backs. Oh, and Summer Walker too. Those three girls. Like, I keep forgetting people. But y'all know what I mean. SZA was doing the damn thing. She was that girl, the R&B girl that really cracked into mainstream. But like I said in Beyonce's case, it's because black. They're always going to pick white, and Taylor Swift, whether you like it or not, is the ultimate white girl, and for some reason the industry is now putting her against Beyonce. It's like they're trying to replace Beyonce with Taylor Swift, which I'm just like... Now don't get me wrong, Anti-Hero is one of my favorite songs. Like, I gotta keep it real with myself. Like, that song to me is all about accountability. And like, literally, I spurt out those lyrics every single time. Like, for example, I even just got in trouble with work, probably on the verge of getting fired, but you know what? I couldn't hide. I had to swallow my pride and literally look in the mirror and say, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. And you know what? Maybe Taylor really did have a big impact. Like, I'll never forget when her tour came out, every single white girl from every fucking nook and cranny and crevice came out to support. I'll never forget, we had a 13-girl makeup party when I worked at Saks when that tour came. And it was like, wow, nothing but white girls. Like, the whitest thing I've ever seen. And you know, white people, they're gonna go up and support. They're gonna ride for their version of Beyonce. But I will say, at the end of the day, the Grammys is absolutely a complete scam. But, you know, when you're in the music industry, it's always going to hold a lot of weight within that industry. Like, the price goes up, just like when you get an Oscar, the price goes all the way the fuck up. Like, now you will have a reason to charge $250K for a verse, and it actually be a good verse, a good feature. But overall, you guys, like, I'm just rambling because ooh, my edible just kicked in. But let me know how you guys feel about the whole entire award show. Let me know how you guys feel about these fashions, how you feel about Beyonce being snubbed, how you feel about SZA being snubbed, and overall, how do you feel about all the snubs? But those are my views. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to come back at you guys with some more content.